Hello and welcome to this week's video. This is our February reading vlog. So if you didn't watch our last video, my lovely mum picked out our books to read for the month. So I have, unfortunately yours, these Hollow Vows and Restore Me to get through before the end of the month. I haven't made a dent on any of them, to be honest, because I started reading Binding 13, and I'm not kidding you, I know you Binding 13 fans will feel me on this one, but I started reading it on the Tuesday. I think that by the Saturday afternoon I'd finished, and that's like a 700-page book. Just completely raced my way through it. So I'm now like 28% through Keeping 13, because I just had to pick up the next one immediately. But I saw Elise today and we had like a business meeting for Petite Perspective for the YouTube, getting our videos planned and stuff. And she was like, oh, how many of your February books have you read? And I was like, oh, that would be a big fat none. And she was like, oh, you gonna make a start, are you? Or so I've had to put Keeping 13 on hold, which I'm really sad about, to be honest. But I am starting Restore Me this evening. I've been out on the town, like the true 80-year-old that I am. Been out for the past 2 days this weekend, which is really unlike me. So I'm so tired. It's Sunday evening. I'm gonna go make a peppermint tea, and I'm gonna start Restore Me. I'm 5 pages in. I hope it isn't shit, because the last one, Ignite Me, wasn't my favourite. Let's hope that this is a good book, because the last book I was like, oh my god, where is this going? But yeah, stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned for my thoughts, because I'm gonna give them to you even if you don't want them. Guys, no one told me that Aaron Warner has a buzz cut in Restore Me. I'm deep in my buzz cut era, because, you know, Tom Blythe, Coriolanus Snow / Drew Starkey stan, and now Aaron Warner I can add to the list of buzz cut babes. I'm not sure how I'm feeling this book apart from the buzz cut. It's like a little bit tedious, but I'll keep you guys updated. But I just need to check in, because buzz cut, yes please babes. Happy Monday everyone. Today is a work from home day. I don't actually know how much reading I'm going to be able to get done this week, because my work is super busy at the minute. Wish that wasn't the case, but I want to read, but how much reading I actually get done, we don't know. I am like 30 pages, started this yesterday, but when I say started, like I literally was so tired. 34 pages into this. I'm going to hopefully read on my lunch break. The books, the Shatter Me series, for anyone who hasn't read them, anyone who has will understand what I mean. They're so easy to just fly through, so I thought if I start with that, at least it will like set me off on a strong, you know, path. They're just so quick. The chapters are really short. I'm kind of invested in this story, because obviously I've read the first 3 books, so this is like the 4th book. So I thought it would be a good call to read the Shatter Me series. But at the moment my thoughts are Aaron Warner has a buzz cut, meow. And I'm kind of finding it hard to believe that this, I won't give anything away, but this 19-year-old girl, 17, not even 19, 17-year-old girl is like ruling the world without anyone like checking her. Like, are you sure? Are you sure? I know that's like fantasy book, like 101, but we shall see. I am currently just, let me Valibi around, I'll show you what my current position is. Literally just sitting in my little chair and reading. I finished work about an hour ago. No commute, obviously, because I worked from home, so I literally just came and sat and started reading again. I am on page 180. Obviously, I'm making like fantastic progress. I literally started this book yesterday. I read all of my lunch break, and I've literally been sat here for the past sort of hour reading. And it's about 400 pages, so I suppose I'm coming up to like halfway in the next 20 pages or so. If you do want a book to just sit and like devour. Let's say you just have like a free weekend and you're like, I really fancy just like reading a book, like if you need it for your Goodreads goal or you're like behind or something, I would definitely recommend the Shatter Me series. I'm not like enthralled in the storyline because it's kind of like not much is actually happening at the moment. These books kind of feel, and I've thought this for the past 2 books to be honest, in the Shatter Me series, these books kind of feel really dragged out, for want of a better phrase, because like they are good, like it's entertaining, but it's kind of like this definitely could have been like 4 books, 4 like fantastic books, rather than like 7 or 8 mediocre books. Because like I really enjoyed Shatter Me, I really enjoyed Unravel Me, and then after Ignite Me, and then obviously this is the 4th one, I was kind of a bit like, oh, nothing's happening, like there's no need for this series to be so long. And I'm still in 2 minds whether I'm going to carry on with the series or not. Obviously I'm halfway through this book, but yeah, it's like so easy to devour, it's so easy to follow. That's what I wanted to say, so easy to follow. So I think if you're just kind of in the market for like a fantasy book that's got a bit of romance, there's like a subplot, and is easy to follow. It's not fantasy, it's dystopian, but like the chapters are really short, so it's so quick, like you pick it up and then you've read like 5 chapters before, like I think at lunch I read something crazy like 7 or 8 chapters like in the hour, so it's really easy to follow. But this one's dual POV as well. The first 3 aren't. I think I don't actually know about the 3rd one, but I know that this one is dual POV. But yeah, I'm kind of just like, if I was to describe my feelings towards this book right now, it would be meh, 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 you know? So I'm going to carry on reading this evening. I'm just having a chilled one because it's obviously a Monday and I'm not feeling fantastic. I feel like I sound really croaky. So I'm going to run a bath and then just literally try and see how much I can smash out this book, because I don't want it to be one of those ones that I read like for days and days and days on end. Because am I rushing through it because I'm enjoying it, or am I rushing through it because I want to read The Boys of Tommen? Jump scare! Ever repping my favourite book series, Hate's Art Gallery, baby. Forever repping the Hate siblings. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I really need to not be so comfortable about how I put myself on the internet. I look like I have a face bandage on, but we're doing a face mask. We're reading. I'm halfway through this book. I've basically read half of this book today. I started it yesterday, so that's some speed. You want to see some real speed, bitch? Yeah, having a fabulous time, repping my Daisy Hates merch, and gonna sit and let this face mask marinate on my face and read. Hey everyone, excuse the fact that it looks like I've been dragged through a bush backwards. It was raining when I was walking to my car after work, so I look completely dishevelled, but I wanted to update you all. I finished Restore Me in my lunch break. I basically had like 30 pages to read and I just blitzed it. I just sat at my desk and read it because I really wanted to finish it. The ending is wild. I was texting Elise because she was like, should I read this one? And I like all the way through I was like, and then the ending, I was like, this is my face. I was like looking around to see if anyone was looking at me. Like, what the hell? I need Elise to read it because I need to discuss this ending with someone. So if you have read Restore Me and you know what I'm talking about in terms of the ending, I'm definitely going to carry on this series. To be fair, they're so easy to read. I literally read this in 2 days. They are just easy to follow. The fantasy is like dystopian, but there's literally no world building really. It was like minimal, if any, world building. It's kind of just all character driven, which is good. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I think I gave it a, should we see what I gave it on my Goodreads? yeah, book 4 of the Shatter Me series got a, can you see that? 3-star rating for me, maybe a 3.5. Kind of felt a little bit flat in the beginning, and then it was like, whoa, everything happened like all at once towards the end, which they've like introduced some new characters, which I'm excited about. They've like some plot twists. First book of Maz's Picks down. I'm gonna go have a bath, and then I'm gonna start my next book of this video, which I will update you on. Well, I've kind of started it. That was a massive lie. I'm like 3% in, but started it on my train journey home. I'll talk to you all about that one though at a later date.
We're about to start, well, not about to start because I've actually already started this, but we're going to start the first book that Maz picked for me for February. It is the 31st of January today, but I have no books to read, so instead of trying to start a new book and then going into this one afterwards when I've got Long Way Home to also read and 2 other books, seems silly. So first up we have got Cleopatra and Frankenstein. This is the first book that we're reading. So just to give you a little synopsis of what this book is all about. New York is slipping from Leo's grasp, 24 at a different party every night, and with a student visa that's swiftly running out. She doesn't even have money for cigarettes. But then a chance encounter on New Year's Eve offers her a way out. Frank, successful and 20 years older, can give her the security she craves and the green card she needs. And in Cleo, he sees a life filled with beauty, art and freedom. As the two rush headlong into an impulsive marriage and their friends are drawn into its tumultuous orbit, what began as a chance meeting will change all their lives forever. That was a bit. But anyway, I think I'm only on chapter like 2. But so far, it's really good. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's kind of giving me what I hoped my Dark Vanessa would give me. I mean, I've read so many at this point, but I'm pretty sure that's the one. She like lives in an apartment and like it's all like, they go like backwards and forwards and whatever. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm on chapter 2. They've just got married. They get married very quickly, which I suppose is quite good because you're not like seeing like what happened between like December and June, them get married. You just see them meet, and then the next chapter they're like already married. So yeah, it's good. It's quite good. I think Georgia has annotated it kind of slightly. She just kind of put like her favourite quotes and stuff. So I've got my annotation supplies in case I also find any favourite quotes. And I'm going to do them in purple, so they're slightly different. But yeah, this is what we're going to read first. Yes, I am still recording in my kitchen, but you're at a different point. So welcome to the other side of my kitchen. Anyway, the point of me checking in with you is to say I'm on chapter 6, page 92 of Cleopatra and Frankenstein, and I have to say I'm thoroughly enjoying it. You're basically like living their lives and seeing all the different like people that they interact with, but also there's like other little like small plot lines. Like it's not just about them, it's like about like other people who like you see in the story. So it's almost, I guess it's a little bit like, I think I've heard people say that tomorrow you hit like you get that, so you like, you're not just following the storyline of the main characters in that one, you're also following this like the plot lines and the characters of like other people that like are interwoven in their lives. Anyway, so I'm really enjoying that, really enjoying it. I'm going through it, so annotating it slightly, but because I'm reading it on my Kindle at work, I have to now go back through and do my annotations. So I'm gonna do that for the last 2 chapters that I read. I'm really enjoying it, really enjoying it. It was a good pick. Well done, Maz. I look like I'm in a forest, but I'm not. I'm at my mum's. Anyway, giving you a little update on Cleopatra and Frankenstein. I am 200 pages in, so quite a bit of the way through since I last spoke to you, I think. I'm really enjoying it still. I think it's like very mundane and like real life. Like nothing happens, but like everything happens, which I really like. So yeah, really enjoying it. I've just finished Cleopatra and Frankenstein, and yeah, it was really good. Nothing really happens, but like it's not in the fact that like nothing happens and you're bored. Like nothing happens, but everything happens. All the little red tabs are all my tabs. Some of them are in the same place as Georgia's. Some of them are kind of where she's like commented on something or liked something, and I couldn't obviously highlight it myself, so I've just tabbed it. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. If you haven't read this, please read it, because it is just so good.
struggling to concentrate on reading. I can normally watch TV in the background, but I've had to turn that off because I was just kept getting distracted by it. I can't cope. But look how cute my mug is. Elise got me this. Yeah, I'm really struggling to get into this book. I'll keep you updated, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good, bruv.
We are on to book 2 from what Maz picked. So this is JP Delaney's new book. I think it came out last year. I've read every one of JP Delaney's books bar one. My top favourite of all time is Plain Nice. I started this one last night, basically pretty much as soon as I'd finished, no, maybe not as soon as I'd finished Cleopatra and Frank. But I'm already like 50 pages in, so I read a little bit today on my lunch break. But I'll give you a little quick synopsis of this one. When Finn Henson and his sister Jess inherit a dilapidated farmhouse in Mallorca, there's just one problem. Their late father, Jimmy, a notorious bohemian, recently remarried, and his new wife is still living there. The siblings decide that Finn should go to Mallorca to take possession of their inheritance. When he arrives, however, he's surprised to find the house completely transformed by Ronenza and her daughter Rose. The Spanish police, meanwhile, are asking awkward questions about Jimmy's death. Are Ronenza and Rose the helpless victims of circumstance, or will they stop at nothing to get Finca Sequia for themselves? So yeah, so I'm quite enjoying it. It's not that long. I think it's like 340 pages. I'm already like on 50. I'll be easily like 100 to 150 today. But I'm enjoying it so far. So I think for me, this is going better than it's going for Georgia. I mean, it's now the 5th of February. It's not that far into the month, to be fair. I've read one book cover to cover in the space of like 4 days. She hasn't read a single one of hers. She started like 2 of them and then put them down again. So I'm not sure how well her reading journey is going with this. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm going to make a cup of tea and read a bit before I think about dinner. Also, I'll just pop in when I've actually got thoughts or something interesting happens. So far, Finn has gone to Mallorca. We've met the 2 girls. We've seen the house. He got a weird phone call from the police like before he took off on his plane. Oh my god, I look tired. But that's all we're at the minute. So nothing's really happened yet, but I'm enjoying it, obviously, because JP Delaney is one of my favourite. Also, he's an autobiographer for me, see. Anyway, I'll stop talking now. I'm like 120 pages in to The New Wife. I'm really liking it. It's really easy to read, like all JP Delaney books. I'm like fully invested in the story and whatever. Just have one gripe, and it's with one of the characters. So Finn's gone out there to Mallorca, whatever, to his dad's place because his sister won't go because she's got kids or whatever, so she's not going. So it's just Finn. So Finn is in charge of like basically figuring out like all the logistics in terms of like getting the house sold or whatever. So Finn's like there at this place where they obviously like their dad lived with his new wife and the new wife's daughter, who's like in her 20s. I don't know how old Finn is, but I would assume probably like mid-20s, early 30s, whatever. Anyway, this guy, right, doesn't really know, like the police are like asking questions around his dad's death. People are like saying things in like the village or whatever, like that aren't like, you know, oh, like it doesn't seem like his like relationship with his wife was like that great, blah, blah, blah. This bloody idiot is like falling in love with the like sister, well, not the sister, but like the like daughter of the wife. Like, you don't know her. And he's like, oh yeah, like these people aren't bad. Like, how can they be bad people? It's like, bruv, all the flags are red, and yet you're not paying attention to any of them. Are you okay, Finn? Or do we maybe need to go see someone? I need to just speak this now because I can't get it off my chest. So obviously yesterday, I'm still reading The New Wife. I'm over halfway. It is gripping, but I think that's just because the chapters are really short and it's really easy to read. But I've now found something else to be annoyed about, and it is the fact that the sister, Jess, refers to her brother as bro all the time. like, in the 28 years of me living on this planet, I have never heard a girl refer to her brother as bro, or anyone over the age of like 18 say it, unless they're like, yo bro, and they're like a surfer man, or like, you know, one of those kind of people. Or my stepdad when he's trying to be funny. So that's starting to irate me, because it's like every single time they have a conversation that like she just refers to him as bro, instead of like just either not saying anything or like just saying his name. Like, we know they're brother and sister, like that was established at the beginning of the book. We don't need to hear it again. So I've quite literally just this second finished The New Wife, which was the second book on my February TBR chosen by Maz. Underwhelming is what I'm going to say about the ending. Very underwhelming. Yeah, it was alright. That's all I've really got to say about it. I got really annoyed, as you saw earlier, annoyed at Finn, the boy character, because he was just annoying me. But then like towards the end you kind of like get a bit of like basically a bit more about him, which explains why he was so obsessed. I mean, it was good. It's not one of his best, but it's done. So now I've only got one more book to read for this video, which I'll talk to you when I start reading it.
I bet you never thought you'd see this face again. I literally cannot remember the last time that I picked up this camera, but I'm doing so tonight. I am. Also, look at this. I decorated my Kindle with like cowgirl themed stickers. Hotter than a $2 pistol, baby. Yeah, I'm on page 374 of this book. I'm about to finish it. I hate it. No, I don't hate it. I just have no strong connection to the characters. The main character, the main girl, actually, I do have a strong feeling towards her. I can't stand that bitch. I want to finish this book because it's currently the 13th of Feb, and that is Magnolia Park's Into the Dark release date. I have the book on my bedside table there, but obviously I can't literally leave this book at like 80% and start a new book. So I'm racing through this tonight. It's 10 o'clock. I'd normally be like fast asleep by now, but I'm going to try and read it. It says I have like 27 minutes left of this book. I don't know how I have 27 minutes left. Like, the ending seems really rushed. I also think like she's with the wrong guy. Like, we were getting to know this one guy and he was like da, 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 and then all of a sudden they've just cut him off and kind of like, he betrayed me, but I don't actually know if he did betray her. So the love triangle kind of is over now, but it shouldn't be. Anyway, yeah, I'm not loving it, but I'm literally racing through it to get to Magnolia Parks. These Hollow Vows, I don't know if I'd recommend. My threshold for fantasy books is just really high, and Powerless, and now this one, just read One Dark Window. Don't read these. Read One Dark Window. It's so unique, and the magic system is just 10 out of 10. Don't read these. Really, sorry.
We are reading the final book of the Maz Picks My Reads. So this is the final Gambit, which is the final book in the Inheritance Game series. I'm about 50 pages through, I think. Yeah, bang on 50 pages. It's alright. It's quite nice. Like, it's quite an easy read. It's quite like easy to get into. There's a bit where like I wasn't sure that like what had happened. Like, if you haven't, spoiler coming up, I'll put like, you know, a timestamp of when the next bit is. But like, since when did Jameson and Avery get together? Like, does that actually happen, or like did I miss that? I mean, it was a little while ago that I read them last year, but like I just don't remember that happening. And now like they're together, but then like she's still like in love with Grayson. Like, I don't really know what is going on with that, so that's a bit confusing. But apart from that, I'm quite enjoying it. It's quite easy to read. I've got it downloaded on my Kindle as well, so I can read it like in bed. So yeah, it's alright. There's not really anything to say about it, really. Nothing to report. It's not anything exciting. I'm going to be glad when this series is finished, because I will have completed that series then. I don't think I'm going to be reading The Brother Haythorn, because I don't feel like I need it. But if she was to come out with anything else, I probably will read it. I'll check in with you if there is anything else to say, but I don't think there will be. to tell you about our books.
You sit in the middle. You're back again. Say hi to Petite Perspective
Hello,
viewers.
Petite Perspective. I'm sorry that I'm eating, but I'm starving. I did half a marathon this morning, and my colour is like, you know.
She's burnt all the cows doing a half marathon. We've got Mum back at the end of the month. She picked our TBRs this month, so we're just going to give her some feedback. I'll go first. I read Restore Me was my first pick. You know, the one with the eye on it. I don't actually have it with me. Really
I don't
enjoyed.
think you enjoyed any of your books, did you? Or did you?
Well, I think I did. So I didn't enjoy Restore Me as much as I thought I would, but then the last 100 pages, no, the last couple of pages were really good, so I want to carry on with the series.
Oh, good.
So thank you for that. These Hollow Vows was a fantasy book that I kind of didn't really enjoy, but then again towards the end I did enjoy it. So thank you for picking that, and that is 2 books on my TBR that I did want to read.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'll be carrying on with this series.
Right.
I didn't read, unfortunately, yours. I DNF'd, my first DNF of 2024 because I couldn't get into it. So,
Why? Why couldn't you get into it?
I don't know, something about her writing just wasn't it for me.
Oh.
It
Okay.
just, I don't really care
But
about
you don't
wine.
know these things, do you, until you try?
Exactly. I don't really care about wine sellers, and they're like wine.
that what it was?
Yeah, they like sell wine and stuff. So
Oh, I
didn't
don't
really
mind
care
it.
about it. So yeah, those are my books. Thank you for picking my books.
That's
I love
all right,
them.
darling.
I'm gonna leave Slice to tell you about her books now.
Okay, right, Slice. Because I've not, obviously, because I don't live with you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What I thought of any of them.
Exactly. Yeah. Throughout the month, I kept saying to her, "Are you reading your books?" She was going, "Yeah, but I don't really like it." So I kind of like knew that
Yeah.
it wasn't going well.
My first pick, which you picked for me, was Cleopatra and Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Oh,
Look at all
good.
the little,
Oh
all
my
the
God, you
red
do it
bits
as
for me.
well.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So I really enjoyed it. It like nothing happens, but everything happens all at once.
Oh,
So it's quite
okay.
like you like follow.
So was
all
that
their
in
lives.
the like in towards the end of the book where
No,
it
the
all
whole
happened?
book.
Oh,
Like,
it was
so,
happening all the time.
It's like nothing happens because you're just following their lives.
Right.
But everything happens.
Very character driven.
Oh God.
So lots
that
of things
sounds
are
very
going
good.
on.
It's
So
a
it's
really
really
good
good.
book.
Really,
So if
really
you
good.
ever
Have
want
you
to read
seen?
a
Have
book,
you read it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
she
you
read
ever
it
want to,
first.
Oh.
if you ever want to read a good book, Mum, that would be one.
That would be a good one.
Okay.
This one I didn't enjoy as much as I thought I was going to enjoy, which is The New Wife.
Why? Did you find out what happened? Like, was she the new wife? Did the other one die? Do you know what I mean? Was it?
Yeah,
all,
you guys
Yeah.
are intrigued.
Is it as we thought, or?
So the husband just died because he was just old.
Oh, okay.
But then like the son started being weird
Oh.
in the book. The son.
So who was the new wife then? Of who?
It was the new wife of the husband
Who died?
who
Oh,
died.
who died.
But her daughter then became the son's then wife. He like wanted to marry her,
Oh.
and then he started being all weird and like
Oh.
stalking her.
Did
and
you
stuff.
finish it?
Finished it.
Yeah.
I finished. Well, I haven't finished this one yet. I'm still
Right.
reading this one.
Oh, okay.
But it was all right. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
This isn't the best.
Are you
bit.
going to be finished that by?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like over halfway.
Oh
nearly.
God, yeah.
So this one's quite good, but it's just the final gambits. It's the final one in the series, so it's just like wrapping it all up.
Oh,
but it's quite
okay.
intriguing because there's still like challenges and like
Oh.
games that are going through.
So I think all in all, Mum, I
did a good job.
I would
Oh,
rate your
good.
picks very highly.
Oh,
you did a
good.
good job.
So you don't want me to pick March, do you? Because I
No.
think that's too much then,
We've
is it? 'Cause
done
then I'm
March.
constantly choosing what you're reading
you,
and
you did a good job, but thanks but no thanks on picking
Oh,
March.
okay.
So thank you for being on the channel, and we
That's
love you
absolutely
very
fine,
much.
girls. And you know, I'm always here if you need me, yeah?
If you really enjoyed this video and you want to see more of Maz, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Subscribe on
Yeah.
like what
Yeah.
Stephen Bartlett says on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
forget
mean,
to
I'm
like
up
and
for it.
subscribe.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see you in the
We
next
will see
one.
you in the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.